Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Remember, subscribe is the vibe. Your boy's on the road to 5K. Humbly. The like button is like, the subscribe button is earned. But yo, we got Becoming the Bad Boys. The Old Man World Tour continues as your boy Gabos goes back in time and relives 80s and 90s basketball glory. Oftentimes, as a LeBron James fan, I hear, how can LeBron James be the GOAT when so many people don't win a championship in his era? You got the Steph Currys, the Dirk Nowitzkis, the KDs, and even the Kawhi Leonard.
Fun guy, what's up, baby?
What it do, baby?
Yeah, you already know.
They say, how can he be the GOAT if all these guys won a championship on his watch? But it's so funny how people don't ever mention the guys that won a championship when Mike was in his prime. I don't understand. You guys try to treat the bad boy Pistons like they were a fart in the wind. Not today. Today, we look back at Becoming the Bad Boys and the story behind the name, the team, one of the most dominant teams in 80s and 90s basketball that people never talk about. Unless you're probably from Detroit. But everyone else don't talk about. So we're gonna look back to just how dominant these bad boy Pistons really were. Joe Dumars. I barely even know this roster. I just know Isaiah Thomas. And who else? Lambeer, I think. I know Rodman was here a couple of years. Oh my gosh. You can tell by the theme music.
Here's the thing that people
something's
do
about
not
to
want
happen.
to admit. The Pistons in 1989 and 1990 were the best team in basketball. I don't care how physical they were, how mean they were the best team.
That's one
This was
hell
a
of a
very
praise.
physical basketball team. When they came onto the court, they were intent on winning.
Pull up.
They were hard-working, took absolutely no prisoners, really didn't care who they upset, pissed off, whatever.
But the biggest problem was Detroit Pistons. They kicked our ass.
I think a lot of times
I think Pat
teams
Riley
would
was
get
the
on
coach of the
court and
Lakers
feel
at that time?
defeated before the game even started because they went, oh my God, if something bad happens, they're just going to kick our you-know-what.
And most teams can't play that way. So when they tried to play that way, they were already beat.
We'd shut teams down, period. That's what we do.
James Buddha.
Great offensive rebound. Taken down.
Grab my son by the neck.
Punches exchanged.
We knew when it was a man down, team got up.
Oh!
I mean, the name just kind of came along with it.
My boy Isaiah getting it in?
Rolled with it.
Yo, they broke. I thought they broke Larry Bird.
Oh, we didn't mind the Bad Boys. I think it was a good marketing tool created by the NBA to create some excitement. They knew what we were about, and we had a good opportunity to generate a lot of excitement.
That foul on Larry
around
Bird still got me
the
stunned.
country, but around
I
the
can
world,
hold you.
and we did. So they took advantage of that, nicknamed us the Bad Boys, and it was fun.
Also,
It was
the
something
NBA
that we'll
named
remember
them the
for a
Bad
long
Boy
time.
Pistons.
Anytime somebody say the Bad Boys, make no mistake, everybody knows it was the Detroit Pistons.
Well, I'm not 100% sure how the Pistons got the Bad Boys name, but I believe it was
What foul? I'm
Rick
weak.
Mahorn and Bill Lambier.
What foul?
When they appeared on the cover of Rolling Stone. That's when the nation started saying, you know what, these are the Bad Boys. You have Mahorn and Lambier looking very menacing on this magazine.
Let's watch what
They giving you
happens
NWO
here.
vibes.
Mahorn takes it and just walks
Push
up
them for
and
oh,
just gets
oh.
the push, which was really
Man, this
not
referee
deserved.
cannot
I
hold
don't
this man
think I know
back.
where that came from.
Well, I remember it specifically.
Pistons trainer.
Something happened and somebody got tussled to the floor, and one of the other teams didn't like it. You know, took
Oh,
exception to it.
damn,
I
that
think
counterpunch
Isaiah
hit.
or Chuck or
That
something
counterpunch
about,
hit.
We're playing like the old Oakland Raiders.
And the dude Isaiah
about
Thomas
10
got him
days
by a
later,
headlock,
here come
bringing him
these
down.
2 or 3 massive boxes from the Oakland Raiders. So immediately, that became the mantra we adopted.
We can use this reputation in 2 ways. Either we can use it to our advantage, or it's going to hinder us severely. Lambier said, okay, we'll be like the Oakland Raiders. You know, the old Oakland Raiders.
The Bad Boys came from the league, actually, in the
I ain't gonna front. They let the Pistons play like the Oakland Raiders of the 80s and 90s. Holy. Holy. I know they were sending guys to the ER.
Every year, they put out their year-end video, which they do for 3 or 4 teams that got that
Look
far.
at the 90s
It was
edits.
titled Bad Boys. David Stern always says that he regrets the day that he approved that title. I disagree. I think he knows what a great moniker
Oh!
was. It'll live forever, and it'll always be
Hold
associated with their
on. Hold on. Did he just swanton bomb into the crowd? For what?
He regrets the day that he approved that title. I disagree.
I thought
think
players
he
weren't
knows
safe
what
against the bad boy
what a great
Pistons.
moniker
I know the
was.
fans
It'll live
too.
forever and always be associated with our ball club. And,
That lawsuit
you know,
would have
it's
been
one of those
thick.
unique things that just
Holy.
go, and the mystique of it is phenomenal.
We want
That's
that
crazy.
piece of court. We want your gym. We want everybody in your gym. We don't want to hear any noise in your gym because it's our gym tonight.
Baseline right, pump fake.
I like bully
back
talk.
outside to Isaiah.
I like
Top
bully
side,
talk.
Lambeer guns over. Parrish got it.
You can't bow down to great players, man. It takes a team to beat one great player. We see it time and time again.
Wheeling across the lane, cuts back toward the baseline, missed close in.
And I love how they didn't discriminate. They didn't care if it was Larry, Magic, Mike, especially Mike. Especially Mike. Detroit brought it to everybody. Everybody. You wore an opposing jersey, they put hands and feet on you. I love it.
Tapped by Parrish, no.
Damn.
Parrish just swung on Lambeer and knocked him down.
Yo,
The Bad Boys, you know, got their reputation by being physical.
He punched
and I'm
him in
gonna
the
go to one
face, and
thing
the ref
with
just calls a
Boston
foul.
Celtics. Larry Bird hated the Pistons and hated the Bad Boys. And once you got
Jeez.
Larry Bird to respond to you, then, you know,
You
now
got their
you're
attention.
legitimate. Because Larry Bird just came out and he played, and everybody was beneath him. He was the best player in the world in his mind. And, you know, Detroit, it was the Detroit Pistons. But he started to respond to the Pistons.
Good pass.
McHale is fouled by Lambeer, who claims he had the ball. Lambeer is no favorite amongst the Celtics or their fans. As Larry
Yo,
Bird
Lambeer
said,
looked like a
we
prick.
don't like him that good.
Oh,
Celtics
ball.
Were,
Oh,
I don't know
ball,
if they were
ref.
America's team, but it seemed like they were. And so now you were messing with the fabric of American basketball by agitating
Lambert
the
Petty,
Boston
son.
Celtics.
Dishes off now to Bird. And
Good pump fake. Oh my God, bro.
knocked down by Lambeer, and Bird just smacked him. Oh my!
That was cheap.
A completely
That was cheap.
foul by Lambeer, and Lambeer
That was cheap. That foul was to hurt.
And I
That
know
foul
Rick
was to
Mahorn
hurt.
shoved Larry Bird out of bounds. Robert Parrish used Bill Lambeer's face as a bongo. So even when the Celtics
a
responded
bongo?
and initiated some of the violence on the court, it was still the Pistons' fault. So that's how you knew that they were the Bad Boys.
He pulled Bird to the ground, he slammed him to the ground, and Bird retaliated with a
Damn.
hard right hand to Lambeer.
I can't blame Larry for that one.
A year ago, the Pistons were denied a chance at the finals. Now they've reached the threshold of basketball's ultimate reward, and tomorrow's dreams look brighter than ever.
Now we're respected as a basketball team. People respect our talents and they respect how hard we work now. And, you know, there's a certain mindset being created now by the Detroit Pistons that people look at Detroit and say, this is how this team plays. And if you're gonna beat this team, you're gonna have to beat them at their style of game.
That's a tall order. That's a tall order, because I always tell you, you cannot fake toughness. We live in a universe where a lot of people pretend to be tough or try to act tough. I tell you, tough people don't say they tough. They show you. And if you're going to match their energy, you better be willing to go as far as they're willing to go. Because whatever conventional way you think your toughness is, I'm telling you, a tough guy will show you how extreme it is to be him. You can't fake toughness.
Game one is about to begin. From Auburn Hills, Michigan, it'll be the Pistons and the Lakers for the NBA Finals.
Today years old.
The
I didn't
Bad
know
Boys
Pistons
were
faced the
more of a
Lakers.
mental thing than a physical thing. Yes, we were a physical basketball team, but we were a team that asked for no mercy nor gave any mercy, and we were kind of arrogant about how we did business, and we were single.
Can't be
focused
soft,
to win the
Magic.
championship.
A well-played game, really, at both ends for both teams so far.
Pull up, little Jimmy. Rattle it in.
Hits a second in a row, and he's got 12 to lead Detroit.
Nobody remembers the mental part of the game. And that's how the
Jeez.
Pistons won. They got inside of your head. You didn't know whether it was safe to drive the
Gosh,
lane or
yo,
not
man.
because you were going to get dotted. And I think other teams were scared.
It's like
I
if
think
you
some
went
of
for a dunk or a layup, the Pistons would try to take you out the sky, bro. Like, where's the brotherhood? Where's the code? You like, you know what I mean? Like certain things you just don't do because you wouldn't want it done to you, and you at the end of the day, you're not really trying to hurt nobody. It's like the Pistons didn't get that manual. They didn't get that manual, not one iota.
Sometimes the Pistons went out into the court. They already knew they were going to win.
Orange is pop-worthy here. You know, they're both, fighting for position.
They felt like in the 88-89 season, it was going to be their year, and 89 was going to be their championship year. So I think when the playoffs began and when the finals began, the Pistons thought, this is our time. We are the best team in basketball.
On the Detroit side, they're saying 12 minutes. They know that the fourth quarter is usually their strong quarter. On that note, on the Lakers side, Gary Vitti just told me he has never seen the Los Angeles Lakers this tired.
We wanted to win.
Wow.
And the best way to win was to close ranks and to be so focused and just to ignore everybody else. And we got it done.
It's crazy because I knew Detroit won a championship. I just didn't realize that they beat the Los Angeles Lakers with a prime Magic, prime Kareem, coached by Pat Riley. Yo, holy. Oh man, yeah, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This has been Becoming the Bad Boys and how they earned their name. I'm not surprised the NBA has something to do with it. You know, you gotta market your teams back in the day, and you know, you're trying to keep people coming in. And even though I'm not from Detroit, you could just tell the name went with the city, went with the flow. Like, you know what I mean? It was just the Bad Boy Pistons, man. Like 20, what is it like? We're like 30 years in, and people still know about the Bad Boy Pistons. Whether you want to show them love because they took out some of your great players, that's personal. You know what I mean? Over here, we objective and not emotional. So shout out to the Bad Boy Pistons for capturing that crown, even though they beat my Los Angeles Lakers back in the day. But damn. Okay, Bad Boys. I'm gonna holler at you guys in the next video, man. And like always, Mamba out.